see what I made so far. Check it out. Sorry if you can't hear me, I apologize. What's up, guys? Hey, Jesper, how you doing? Oh, pretty good, man, pretty good. Check it out. Check out what I made. I made like a courtyard, so these are gonna be fountains. Ideally, fountains. I made a walkway, and then this is all gonna be effectively grass. Make my open, yeah, APB, yeah. Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm just making like a starting area, right? Just a place where I can mess, like run around and mess and like make systems and kind of make like. But the idea is, because I've been working on the map now for a bit. This is like a giant administrative building, warehouses, more or less. These two are like small apartment complexes. I'm gonna have a small park in the back here that's got more like apartment complex buildings kind of surrounding that. And then over here is going to be more of what's basically this, so it's just going to be a bunch of warehouses. And then more apartment complexes. And it's going to be like a small little section because the plan is I want to make it where you can like enter these buildings. Specifically this one, it's going to be like a giant skyscraper almost. And then with like a playable area, I can kind of start messing with like spawns and then learning how to equip a gun and then learning how to uh, like do more like gameplay stuff. But I need a playable area, so I figured I'll just make a map first, and then I'll work on the systems later. I don't even know if I'm going to do like details on the map yet. I might just leave it like this until I have some systems in where you can actually play, or where I can actually play and do stuff. Kind of one step at a time, you know, one step at a time, one project at a time. But it's really boring. So unless you guys are actually genuinely into like, but this took a while to make, or to figure out how to make it. So I was like, oh, how big do I want the courtyard? And then I was working like buildings over here, and I was like, oh, I'll have an extend kind of thing. And I was like, fuck, how do I do it over here? And then eventually I got it. But yeah, the plan is to have like 4 little neighborhood things surrounding the skyscraper, and then that's going to be kind of just it for the playable area. I think that's enough landmass to be able to do other things. And of course, over time, I'll be detailing these out and carving them out into actual buildings. But for now, I just want like something there, so it's like a placeholder. But that's the plan. Oh, let me control S. And let me see if I can actually play this. Oh, I can. Look at that. Very OP. open. And I'll walk away into what would effectively be a doorway there. This could be a doorway over there. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Like how's this third person template? But making progress though. Making progress. And then the end of the world. End of the world. These are basically back alleys. I will say that 5 hour long video actually really paid off for what I wanted. Super tedious. Super tedious work. What type of game are you planning to make here? Um, basically APB. If you've ever played it. But it's gonna have like extra, like, I need to get like a whiteboard or something I can put right here. Because I have all sorts of ideas. Yeah, I got like ideas I want to make for like having a more robust clan system. I want to make it where there's like actual NPCs that um like participate in the missions. Which I'm sure some people might disagree with that, but I think it'd be really good. The only thing is they're gonna have like cheaper weaponry than what even players can get. I'm probably gonna do that 1,000 base health system they have because I think it's really actually probably like the best number in terms of being able to modify things. But all I'm doing right now is I'm just making a small, yeah, especially since I have no knowledge, literally none. I literally downloaded Unreal Engine like 4 days ago, and then I watched like a 5 hour long video on how to just do landscaping. But I'm not really interested in like doing the detail stuff. Then I just want to make like a map. So this is gonna be kind of small, kind of. So it's just gonna be like this, and then a section over here, which is a bunch of apartment complexes. Right now, everything's just placeholders, and then something over here is just gonna be like warehouses or whatever, and then the other side is gonna be more apartment complexes. But that way, I can like actually make systems and be able to test it. Yeah, I just started shooting for the stars. But all I know right now is how to do. Literally, all I know right now is how to basically do this, and then set like meshes and make meshes, and like materials and stuff. But I figure I'll take the knowledge I know and make a map, and then I'll start learning how to do other things, one step at a time. One step at a time. Since I know how to make a map, I'm gonna make a map. Uh, and what I want to do is like have it be like a park, basically, with some apartment complexes on the outside, just to basically border off this area. I think is the plan for this. I haven't had a lot of fun with it. I burn out really fast, especially when like I don't know how to do something. Like when I was making this yesterday, I burnt out really hard just to try to figure out how to set this up. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. So it's yeah. Thank you, thank you. Baby steps, man. Oh yeah. It's more like I like mentally get exhausted. I think is a better way to say it. I Because everything is remarkably tedious. But it's really cool seeing like the finished product. Like when I, especially, hold on, let me speed up. Okay, going too fast, too fast. Like this, when I actually finished like making the outline of this, I was like, oh man, that's so cool. It looks like some kind of administrative building. I don't know quite yet what to like officially have it as, but um, I'm enjoying the I'm enjoying the process. Okay. Good to hear. Yeah. No, it's funny. I literally, I guess I'll say it. I literally downloaded Unreal Engine because I wasn't happy with what the devs are doing with AVP. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn to make a game. I'm just gonna make what I want to play. And then that was it. That was literally it. Just because I'm not happy with where the devs are taking it and how little progress they've actually made in actually doing anything on that with that game. So I'll make my own. It's probably pretty petty. I know, but that's the reasoning behind it. And I literally have like no knowledge on this. I literally watched that 5 hour tutorial. Unreal Sensei's like UE5 thing. It was crazy in depth and super slow paced, but I'm actually kind of happy about it. And I'm actually happy I sat down and sat through and watched like all of his little steps. Because he showed a lot of hotkeys, and I don't know if you noticed this, I'm using a lot of hotkeys. The green games are made because people want another version of an already existing game. Okay. I don't know if my game's gonna be great, but it's gonna be a game. The worst part is I got a feeling this map is probably gonna look like this almost indefinitely. Because I don't really care about the way the world looks. As long as I can get the gameplay going and the gameplay feels good, and then I can expand upon the gameplay. I'm probably just gonna leave the map literally looking like this for a very long time. Because even though I know how to do the meshing stuff, I just don't care for it. I'm a very, I guess, gameplay focused. Oh, but you want to learn to make a game as well? Hey, well, you should. It's a really satisfying process. It's frustrating. Just learning how to do this was, I mean, it wasn't too difficult because I watched a video. I can show you the video I watched. And I recommend if you're serious, like seriously serious. Because like I said, I've only been doing this for like a couple of days. I have almost no experience. Like seriously, like none. Just being able to do this landscaping thing is literally because of this guy's video. And I'm only at 2.5 hours in. I didn't even finish it because he started just. Uh, but this guy, Unreal Engine 5 beginner tutorial by Unreal Sensei. Very informative. Very informative. But like I said, it was all about like just doing landscaping. The only other part of that video I wanted to do was I saw there was a chapter about blueprinting. And I don't know how to blueprint, so I'll probably go back and watch it after I've made the map. I'll probably go back and follow along with his uh, tutorial again, just so I can finish off learning everything from that video. But yeah, 5 hours. 5 hours is long. And the 2.5 hours took me like four or 5 hours of me following along because I'd pause it and then I'd do it and I'd look at it and I'd be like, okay, let me mess with it just to make sure I understand it. Whenever he finished one of his chapters. So I made it tedious, but um, I mean, I learned from it. I can do basic landscaping stuff now. Make a basic map. Okay. Okay. So we got the sidewalks, we got the road. Now how do I want to do this? So I want it to be like almost a park. Because these are, in theory, little apartment buildings. Like what, 2 stories high? Actually, my character is like, what, 2.5? Almost 3 stories, but it's okay. Thing is, I probably want to do taller buildings to cut off to act as a border. Hmm. Okay. Control D. Of Toby Fox? Oh, really? I mean, I've heard of Undertale, but I never played it. I'll have to check it out. Or look up his story. So it's only gonna be about half the size. But we're gonna make it really wide. After I place it. Is that lined up? No, it's not. Okay. And then how wide do I want it to be actually? Actually, is that perfect already? Like I said, I just want it to be like a small kind of grassy section. I think that's already good, to be honest. Just make you a little bit taller. Oh, I should make like a parking lot. Hmm. How how would I? I'll worry about the small details later. As in never. I'll never worry about them. Because if there's all these apartment complexes, how would people be able to access them? Or or at least where would they park their cars? Makes no sense. Okay, you're actually going to be taller, believe it or not. I'm going to make it like an extra floor taller. This is copyrighted music, isn't it? Wait a second, why is this playing copyrighted music? Hold on. Oh, I guess it's too late now. I'm already in trouble, aren't I? Screw it. I don't care. Make it a little wider. So I think I'll make this next one an interesting one. I'm gonna have it be a two-part building. So it's actually gonna go back a little bit further. It's not gonna be as tall as this building though. Yeah, and then we'll make it shorter. And then we'll make it longer. And once again, the idea is to make it eventually where all these buildings I can like access, right? Because one thing I want to mess with is like I guess like player homes. Once again, this isn't happening until I get like basic gameplay systems in. But I want to do like player housing. I want to make it where there's like a stronghold a clan can purchase, which would influence the NPCs. But of course, I'd have to have NPCs. So there's other things I need to get done before. It's just these are the things I want to eventually work my way up to. Very ambitious goals, but uh, my wife kind of hates it because I'm very determined. When I put my mind to something, I don't really stop. So I think I can, as long as I'm persistent with it and I learn how to do it, I do one step at a time. I think I can do it. Okay, we're actually going to make it a lot shorter because the idea was to have it be like, so that this one's supposed to be like an entry building into this building. The only thing I need to make sure is that it's like square in the middle. We're counting blocks. One, 42. 42, so it'd be 21. So it's in 18, 19, 20, 21. So we're shaving a block off. And in theory, I should just be able to set it square in the middle. Or I might have to have it a really odd number, like crazy odd number. Oh, that sucks. Okay, hold up. I wanted to have this not actually matching. So that people can differentiate as a different building. Okay. Time to count squares. So it's got 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, God, fuck. Okay, hold on. That's not even. So we're going to actually bring a block back in. Actually, we're going to take a block away. And what that should do is make it so that now I just have to move 2 blocks over. And in theory, the key to success is doing something no one has ever done before. I mean, that's true. I mean, or improving upon something, like finding valuable improvement upon an already existing idea. 11. 11. All right, there we go. We got it. Bam. Little reception area for this building. And of course, it's longer to make up for the height of the lack of height, so they can have rooms. Okay. And then I'll probably just do what I did with this. And I'll just copy this and then put that over here and replicate it. I think is what I'm going to have. the only thing that kind of concerns me is it's not going to be perfectly the same because of how I did this side. So actually that's wrong. I'm not doing that. Okay. I'll keep it really simple actually. I'll keep it simple. We're just gonna take you, copy, move over here. The idea is I'm gonna fill this section in first. Don't stop learning to follow your passion. Like a line in a song I heard somewhere goes, don't stop trying to go. You'll see me again. Hey, well, thanks for stopping by, Black Man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I know it's not the most entertaining stream, but I do appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, hope you have a fantastic day. So we're gonna make it kind of wide. Yeah, we're gonna make it pretty wide. Okay, seeing which ways that goes, we're gonna line it up with the box. At least with this. It's not lined up, is it? That's couldn't be. I could have done that good of a job. No. Now it's too far away. God damn it. There we go. Then we're gonna move it out. Oh, okay, sure, we can do that. So this will be a really long building, and we'll have like a fairly tall one to fill the gap. Oh man, that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll make it really long. Is that right on the corner? It is. Good. That's right on the spot, isn't it? Ooh, nice. It's so long. Do. Okay. And what we'll have is effectively a grassy courtyard. And I'll make a couple sidewalks. There, there, there. I do need to do like parking somehow, set up like some small parking or something, but what I do, I mean this whole space would have to be a parking lot then, wouldn't it? To house this many fucking people, this whole section would be just become a parking lot. Uh, I think that makes more sense. I think what I'll do is I'll keep these as like the grass section, like trees would probably be there. Everything else would probably end up being parking lot. I can try to set that up, like set up the outlines, kind of how I did over here. But that's because this is like literally a walkway. This would be, I guess, a single block line just to show, like right here, and we can take down, like have one over here, then have one over here. Entryways. Hmm. I don't think it'll look good in at least this fashion. So I think what I'll do is I'll just throw a flat piece of ground out at it and then forget about it for now. It kind of sucks. I wanted to make the residential area look more like green. But I guess it kind of makes sense at the same time. That it would just be kind of very dystopian and gray. It's inside it, isn't it? Crap, I went too far. The YouTube thing is really distracting. I keep seeing like lines moving. I'm like, oh, what happened? And then like nothing happened. Oh. Alright, it's lined up. Good. Best of luck to you, man. Hope you achieve the goal you're aiming for. Well, thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to learn right now. but because I figured out how to do landscaping stuff, right? Like make a map kind of thing, I'm playing with it. I even know how to change the speed of the camera just by that Unreal Sensei video was actually super helpful. I'll be honest, it was super helpful, super helpful. Holy cow! Hmm. I may as well stretch it out just to cover that. Crap, how do I? There we go. Actually, screw it. We'll just stretch it out to cover the whole thing. I was being really nitpicky, but it doesn't actually make sense. I should just keep it as one. At least for now, as I'm building it. Even though it's, once again, like, deep in the walls. Best way to learn, just having a play around. That's how I learned Blender, just playing around and trying stuff. Gonna keep popping in and out to see how it develops. Well, thanks. Yeah. Well, hopefully I get the map done today. That I want to work with. I mean, I'll tell you kind of what the plan is. Because I want to learn how to do systems and stuff. I'm not really interested in like the actual design. As you can tell, everything's just blocky, and it's probably gonna stay like this for a very long time. Because it just doesn't interest me, and I'm more interested in learning like gameplay mechanics and how to, do that kind of stuff. In terms of the visual, this is perfect. I don't care about visuals that much, um, and it looks clean. Funny enough, but maybe later. But the idea is, I'll give you just a breakdown. This is going to become like a giant skyscraper. This is going to be like an administrative building, some warehouses here. These are residential buildings, which is why I made it all kind of funky in different sizes. This has a little entry reception area. Um, Over here is going to be more warehouses, and then over here is going to have, I guess, more residential stuff. But it's going to be blocked off, and it's just a couple of like little neighborhood things. Like I said, so that I can have a playable area, and then as I make systems and kind of get things going, I can make these buildings more important. I can make it where you can go inside them and actually be able to do things. That way, when I get to other sections of the project, because I do want to do things like, I guess, like player housing to a degree. I want to make it where you can purchase property, kind of thing, or rent property, and to be able to decorate it, and they give you like small bonuses, like income earnings. Because this is based on, I'll just tell you right now, this is like APB, right? APB Reloaded. I'm making like an offshoot of it because I'm making the version I want to play. Because I'm obviously not too happy with whether the devs are taking the game. I mean, they're just kind of lying to us at this point about a lot of stuff. So I want to make what I want to make, and I want to play APB the way I want to play it. And then one thing I'm really interested to start messing with is like making AI, like making NPCs and stuff like that. I think that's going to be one of the more fascinating things when I get to that point. When I get to that point, ideas. These are just ideas. Understand, all I know right now is how to do this. That's it. So it's gonna be a lot of watching videos, a lot of watching, um, like how to do blueprints, and yeah, it's gonna be quite a journey. It's gonna be quite a journey. Okay, so how do I want this to play out then, huh? If I said warehouses, it's just gonna be a bunch of big buildings, right? But I kind of want to make it more in depth and have more back alleys in this one than even what I did here. Like actually like have it kind of expand out maybe a little bit further. And then even bleed into this one. So these will have back alleys going into this direction. Oh man, that'd be kind of cool. And then what I can do is I can probably make like walkways from the residential buildings into the administrative building. Oh man, that'd be kind of cool to do too. Hmm. Well, let's test it. I don't know if the stream can even follow this part. It always seems like it freezes. Like my YouTube immediately like stops doing things. The music kind of stops playing. But I don't know if it's just because of how this is designed. One day I'll make a sprint animation. I don't even know how Unreal Engine did this. This is blueprints and stuff. I don't know how to do blueprints yet. I just took the third person template and expanded upon it. Actually, it doesn't look half bad, huh? Once again, these will be like apartment buildings. I'll probably make little gardens on the sides of this reception area. And then another apartment complex, another apartment complex. I guess it's not the worst idea. Hey, thank you, thank you. Yeah, clear goals, very clear goals. Oh man, I played like AVP Reloaded for like off and on for 14 years. So when it comes to kind of what like, what kind of game I want, I already know what kind of game I want. It's just learning how to do those systems. Oh, hey, well, thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be working on it probably every day now. You'll probably see me watching more tutorial videos in a couple of days as soon as I'm done with this map. I need to do laundry in an hour, so I have another hour before I need to go do laundry, and then get ready for work. Oh gosh, but I actually made a crazy amount of progress today. I built all of this, and then I built all of this. I want to finish this map. My goal is to finish this map today. It's just how I'm going to do it. How do I want this to be? So I want to be like a warehousey thing. Very warehouse, very more back alleys. More back alleys. Hmm. So I already know this is gonna be a starting point right here. It's just gonna extend this way. The only thing is, do I want it to immediately turn? Well, no, that doesn't make sense to have it like that. This is a good warehouse size building. Whoop. We're just gonna make it longer. 90 degrees. Uh, This will be like a small warehouse looking ish building. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. And then we'll take this. Control D. Crap, where'd it go? Oh, oh thank God. I done broke the game. Oh, we gotta slow down the mouse. Move cameras, movement. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna kind of snake back this way. I'm gonna utilize this entire building length to have it really expand. This is gonna be a pretty big section actually. Oh, right back to Blender? I don't even know. I've never used Blender before. But yeah, hey man. Good luck, man. You'll probably have to sit down and teach me how to do Blender one day. Although, like I said, I'm more interested in like gameplay systems than I am. Um, so we're gonna take this because this is the length I want, or the width I want. I'm more interested in the like gameplay aspect, not necessarily the visual aspect. As far as I'm concerned, this visual aspect is perfect. But I'm sure some people would disagree. Let's see, yeah, it's lined up. Good, 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 good. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted a snake. So I'm gonna make like an L-shaped building. Or should I do that? Well, yeah, because I want this building to be very open and accessible. Because these are supposed to be warehouses. So I want it to be, in fact, I might make it just for the sake of having it. Hmm. So it's gonna be like a massive, massive warehouse building over here with a lot of like big doorways in. I might, I might actually have to make this one just so I can like visualize how I want it. Because it's effectively gonna be a massive fucking building. I want to be T-shaped. So it'd be one, two, three, four interconnected warehouses. When I say warehouses, it's probably gonna be like a mechanic shop. It's probably gonna be systems, other things like that. Oh man, that'd be so fucking cool, actually. Or it could be like a mall, kind of like a giant shopping center. Hmm, that's not a bad idea either. Okay, okay. So here's what we'll do. So I actually have to make it because I think what I'm gonna do is this. This is gonna effectively a driving system. It's gonna go into a building. And it would go into like a parking garage, parking area, and then come out the other side. It's like crazy ambitious though, right? Am I being too ambitious? Fuck it, let's make it. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it. We'll keep a super simple system. We'll keep it super simple now. I'm just gonna make it a flat tunnel that goes on the other end of the building. But we gotta make kind of this way first. I'm gonna keep the sidewalk. I guess all the way through. I'll keep the sidewalk all the way through. I don't really see a need for a sidewalk to go into a tunnel system. So I'll probably stop it here. At least on this side. There will be just buildings you can enter over here, or a doorway to get into the buildings. But then it'll cut off over here, so it's gonna be like a back entrance to that apartment complex. Okay. So now we'll build Control D. Once again, this is going to be the edge of the map area. So the idea is that there won't be a sidewalk going down this way. What I'm going to instead do is I'm going to make it so D move. I'm only going to have it one square wide. So let's say it's like a truck, right? I want it to be kind of tall. Okay, so we're actually going to lower it. Because it looks like that is on the corner, but I'm too tall. D over on this end now. Okay. Am I in? It's hard to tell. I think I'm good. I think we're good. Once again, this is going to be a taller building. It's going to be like a mall or something. I think I'm going to make it. Not as tall as that though. And it ended right there. Wow, that was perfect. Okay. Control D. Come over here. Rotate. What I need to do is I need to line it up with this. Okay. That's gonna be the front. Oh crap. That sucks. Oh, no. No. Okay. So now what I'm curious if I should do is if I should make it basically double what it is now and then have that T on the other side so that the person drives around it in the tunnel. And what I would eventually do is make a small parking space. The sidewalk though, I think I'm going to keep it all the way to the end, into the entrance of the tunnel. Uh, 2 squares. Should I make the walkway just 1 square at this point? Maybe. It kind of makes sense. Oh, Control C. Because there still needs to be a walkway here. there'll be a doorway like right here. I think that'd be kind of interesting. So it snakes off into a tunnel. Tunnel's gonna go around the back end of this building. I've got so many ideas now. It's not even, I don't even know if I'm gonna have it like something like that. What if it's just an entryway up into like a second floor area, which would be the parking for the lower end of the building. Oh man, that'd be kind of cool. So they'd have like their parking garage. So it'd be like a ramp up to this point. And then make that like the parking on the roof. Can you imagine how crazy that would be in real life? There's no way that would actually be able to happen in real life. They'd have to have, like have the structural integrity of it all the way to the front, and it just wouldn't look good on the inside, I think. But in a video game, you can do whatever you want. Oh man, the more I think about it, the more that sounds like how I want it to be. But of course, there's like a single lane road. These are like just basic little back roads. They're like single lane roads almost. So it'd have to be like a thing where you can go up and then a way to get down. Okay, well let's make it. What do I have for ramp options? I know they got some ramp stuff. Starter content, architecture. No. Props? Shaped wedge. Okay, that's a little extreme. That's not too bad though. Okay. APB Part 2 finally. Goodness. You want to see what I made so far? You want to see what I made so far? So this is, so I don't know if I'm gonna have it as like an industrial massive warehouse. So this part we're just gonna ignore, but it snakes into like a tunnel. The tunnel's gonna go up onto the roof, which is gonna be the parking, and it'll go back down and go around the building. But over here is gonna be like the residential area. So this is gonna be like a giant grassy thing. There's gonna be walkways to the buildings. And over here, which is the starter template that they give you, I just put lights in. But it's gonna be a massive, like, administrative building looking thing. And over here, I haven't quite figured out either. We're picking up a pretty hefty project on this side. Hey, well, thank you. Thanks, Gabriel. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. The idea is since I learned how to make a map right from that Unreal Sensei 5 hour long video, I figured I'll make the map. I'm not interested in like coloring it or making it something. I'm actually kind of happy with the way it looks right now. It's super simple. My interest is after I do this and I kind of make the playable map, right? The map that I want is when I start messing with like game systems. So I'll make it where I learn how to like equip a weapon, shoot the weapon. I want to make it where there's NPCs to shoot at. And then after I get those two things, I want to make it where you have missions, right? Um, where I'll have like random objects like a door or a window, kind of what APB has, that comes up, and the NPCs focus it, and then I focus like obviously I focus it too, but I'll give them like attack and defend. But I just want to get the map out of the way, right? And then later on, I'm going to make it where all these are accessible and serve some kind of function. Because I got a lot of interesting ideas I want kind of my APB to have. One of the interesting ideas I had is in making it where there would be like strongholds that clans can purchase or like rent for like 30 days or something, where they would be in control of the district, right? Because that's about the size I'm making is a single district size. Um, and then what would happen when a clan owns that stronghold is that there will be NPCs that will pop up with a little clan like symbol on their shirt or something. It's gonna be really simple. But they'll shoot at the other player faction or the other NPC faction that would be participating in those missions. Now, obviously, the NPCs are going to make it where if a player had 1,000 HP, right, the all NPCs will only have like a pistol, and it'll only do like 100 damage. So it'll take 10 shots to kill, so they're borderline negligible. I'll make it so they have slightly more health than like standard NPCs. So instead of being able to kill them in one shot, it'll take maybe 2 shots to kill them. Um, so they're negligible, but you gotta put them down. Because the idea is to make it where the game is very dynamic and very dependent on what the players are doing. I want to make it where the players have all the control um, of a system, and I think that'd be really cool. Another thing I kind of wanted to do, and this is obviously way down the road. These are all way down the road. These are just ideas, okay? Is how in Armas they have like account bound items and then character bound items? Well, I think character bound is a scam. I'll just say that right now. There's almost no reason to ever buy anything character bound, especially for me because I delete characters all the time. So, but I was thinking instead of making a character bound, it's a 3 slot weapon or 3 slot vehicle that you're purchasing that you put onto a character, right? But then you can lease it to other players or sell it on the marketplace. Um, and then that way you would have like 3 slot weaponry available to players who maybe wouldn't want to purchase. And obviously, if the person sold it or leased it, they wouldn't have it. But there's a reason for it because I want to do kind of like player housing. I think it'd be cool to have little models or mannequins where you can put clothing on them or weapons on them. And if it's on it, then you won't be able to access it. So I think that'd be cool. Another, obviously, I'm sprinting through these, but I need to get a whiteboard so I can have it all written down. But another idea was to make mods, like actual items in the game. Well, I don't think this would happen for a very long time. I mean, I'm glad you appreciate it. You like the ideas. All I know right now is how to do this, right? But I've only been messing with Unreal Engine for a couple of days, and all I did was watch that video and followed along with that guy's stuff. And so I just took what he taught me, and I'm making a little basic map. Oh yeah, don't forget. Oh hell no, man! I've been thinking about this stuff at work. But another thing I think would be really cool is making like the weapon mods and the character mods and the vehicle mods physical items that you can see. So when you equip like a reflex sight on a gun, it comes up with a little red dot or something that you can physically see on the weapon. Or if you do like ammo supply, I'll call it like ammo pack, and so it'd be a backpack on your character, and so it'll be an animation where he like takes it off and he looks inside of it, and then that's when you can grab ammo and all that stuff. And then what it would do is for like the character mods or the vehicle mods is it would replace whatever clothing you may have had. So for the ammo pack, right, you can't have like other backpacks on your character because that would take that slot in theory. But to make up for it, you'd be able to customize the mods so that I think that would make it so that because a lot of players only have like what one hunting sight, one reflex sight, one of each thing, right? Because they just enter switch between all their weapons whenever they're switching weapons. I think this would make it where players would have a bigger incentive to want to have multiple mods or to equip mods specifically for weapons because then you can customize the mod to how you would customize your weapon, like weapon skins and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Or for your vehicle or for your character. Um, I've got all sorts of ideas as I've been making this. Yeah, fine tuning mods, right? It'd be really cool to be able to customize the mod for your weapon, or like customize a mod like the ammo pack thing for your outfit. Yeah, it's Unreal Engine 5. It's 5.5. It's the latest. It's their latest version. But of course, I gotta make a map first. You know, need to make a map first. Key? Is it not? Is it not? Here. Well, all sorts of ideas, man. I've been having all sorts of ideas. As I've been literally just making the map. The hard part is going to be when I'm actually because I'm probably going to leave the map looking like this almost the entire time because I'm more interested in the gameplay elements than I am the like imagery. But what we're gonna do, Control D. Yeah, but that video was so worth watching, man. Holy cow. Uh, all these little hotkeys I've learned, literally from that video. Crazy stuff. And so what this is going to be right here is it's going to be like a tunnel. And I want to have it kind of go up a ramp and have like the parking space be on the roof. And people can just go down and access the rest of the building. I just don't know if I want to be like a mall or have it be just a massive warehouse or something, but I'll get to that when I start working on like after I've done like gameplay stuff and I know what I want to do with these buildings. For now, we're just gonna have it as a flat road. Behind the building. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's way too many. 10. We're gonna grab this ramp because I was gonna try to make the ramp, but I think I'm gonna just ignore this so I can get the rest of the map made. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. We'll put you here just so I know. The portion. Oh crap. It's over this way. I was so close. Okay. That's so cool. Yes. Okay, once again, this is just to show that it's a tunnel system. I don't know if I want to do that because then I have to add lights in here, and I don't want to mess with that right now. We're just gonna have this as a visual representation. Okay, and then so what I might do, so oh my god, perfect, yes. Okay, 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 okay. This building's fucking massive, man. Actually, I'm basically gonna make this side, except for that building. So, did I do this? Here. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Control D. Okay. Control D. Let's actually spin it around. Control D. Before I edit that, let's make sure that I know specifically how wide the road's going to be. And then I'm actually happy with that because we're going to make it so there's a building here spreads this way so I can have another building here and then we'll wall off like that. Like I said, this is going to turn to a ramp or something, or I might keep it this way, but then have like access into this building with the road. We'll see how I'm not quite 100% certain how I'm gonna mess with this as to why I set it up like this in the first place, but it's gonna be something. And then you, we're gonna duplicate, move you. Okay. So now I know specifically where the tunnel is going to end. Oh, I went way too far. What the hell is wrong with me? Okay, we'll leave it like that just for now. Now, what we'll do is I want to have it where there is a building here. Hey, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Okay. That's so cool. Look at this. I'm actually making something. Okay. Oh man, that's already perfect. Oh, that's dope. Okay. Hmm. It's a little further out. Oh, it is. Oh. Okay, so I actually need to shrink it. By how many squares? Two? About two squares. One, two. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. That way the roadway doesn't suffer. So that's all good. So we just need to go this way now. Should I make this like a main road? Just keep the main road going this way and have it loop around another building? Oh man, maybe. I could do that. Hmm. It makes a lot of sense. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a second building, a second like big building, but it's gonna be that stronghold building I was talking about. Which got a couple ideas for it already. Interesting. It's gonna be such an interesting experiment. But let's round off this section of the map real fast. Oh, nice. It actually lined up really good. Oh. Oh, never mind. Okay. fast, too fast, too fast, too fast. Yeah, this has to be a main road. So I need to widen it. It's just gonna be an extension. It'll turn here. And this building here is gonna be that stronghold. And it'll go this way, and it'll have just these little side buildings and side roads, back roads, all the way till it gets over here. Okay, I see it. I think I see it. We got the administrative building, apartments, a mall or a massive warehouse. I don't know quite yet how I want to do that. It's gonna be a very industrial warehousey section though. Okay. But I already know there's not gonna be another crosswalk here. Oh, wait a second. I can just delete this one. We're gonna just extend it. Okay. This one will extend 2 squares out for the sidewalk. Control D. Okay. Okay. Well. So I guess I can take the basic design of this one, move you this way. Rotate 90. Here. Let's go down to 1 speed. It looks lined up, but I think the So the only thing is, I don't want it to extend any further. This is the furthest this map's gonna go. Hey, what's up, Shay? What's up, Shay? Unreal Engine 5, man. They came out with like 5.5. Here's the thing. I still know virtually nothing. I sat through a 5-hour long video on basically how to do landscaping, but I'm not even taking half of the stuff he showed. I only I only took all the hotkeys on how to actually do these. That's all I mean, I can do it. I know how to navigate the menu. I know how to like get these. I can go to like Quixel Bridge and get all sorts of stuff like free things from there. So I learned an insane amount, and I was only 2.5 hours in his 5-hour long video. But it's Unreal Engine. I'm making 8BB 2.0, baby. You want to see my map? You want to see what I made? You want to see what I made? So this is where they started you off with. It didn't even have all this. Like the roof wasn't there, the lighting wasn't there. It was like a square with these items here to show the physics. And so I made it a warehouse-ish thing. I don't know quite yet what to make it. And I made the rest of this. So I made this, which is I guess an administrative building. It's gonna be a skyscraper. These are all residential buildings. So it's gonna be like an entry point to that one. These are all gonna be all individual. And this, I don't know if it's a mall or just a warehouse. I don't know yet. I didn't even make this. This came with the starter kit. So I don't know how to even do this part yet. I need to watch another video. I need to watch more. I need to watch like 600 more videos. But it's kind of playable. Now I just need to figure out how to give him a gun. And all other sorts of stuff. Get this game systems in. I'm not really interested in decorating. At least not yet. It's looking good so far. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. But here's the thing, Shay. The main so there's a bunch of crazy ideas I've been having, like as I've been at work, as I've been working on it for the last couple of days. Because I've only been doing this for like 2 days, and two of them was me literally following that video. This is the first time I actually started making my own map. But the biggest one, okay, and hear me out on AVB, right? What if we had it? So it's a two-parter. So one is NPCs. So like there'd be like 4 cops, like actual cops, but they'd have like shitty pistols that do only 100 damage. And it'd be like 4 criminals, and they'd be kind of constantly bashing in the missions, right? And then you would be like the named criminal or like the player criminal, and then of course the vigilante or the enforcer. Um, you guys would be playing that same mission, but they'd just be little NPCs just kind of coming in and keeping things interesting. But the reason why I want a system like that is because I want to have it where clans can purchase strongholds. So I'm going to set it up right here, kind of the layout of what the stronghold would be. And when a clan purchases a stronghold of that district, so this is going to be like a single district, right? A single district. Whichever faction that clan is attached to, so a criminal or an enforcer, it'll spawn like patrolling NPCs of that faction. So you'd have like cops walking around, or you'd have criminals walking around, and they just shoot at the NPCs or the players of the opposite faction, kind of making a more chaotic, like an actually chaotic city. Um, I think that'd be really cool. But then another idea I had would be in each of these individual districts, there'd be like one contact of a criminal and an enforcer. And when a player pledges to that contact, when they win a mission, a ticker goes up for that contact as like control of that district. And so when a criminal contact is winning, right, you'll see like a bunch of graffiti sprays. The NPCs will all be like punk looking. There's gonna be like trash kind of floating around. It'll look very run down. Um, but if an enforcer contact has more wins, it'll be like more business attire and cleaner looking NPCs. Graffiti is gonna be gone, and then they'll have like muscle cars and like spawned in more, like driving around, and criminals would have like the tuner looking vehicles driving around. So literally, depending on who's in the lead would depend on what kind of NPC vehicles would be available, how that district would look. Um, I I wanna do I want to make it where players have an impact and like a reason to want to pledge to multiple contacts throughout the day to try to kind of get their faction's specific image. I think would be interesting. But we'll see. We'll see. So once again, I don't want this actually going any further. I'm gonna cut it at this length. So I'll have it go down this way, then go this way, then go that way. That way. The map is halfway done. Oh, it's 12:10. Shit. Yum yums. Okay, well I gotta do laundry, guys. It's 12 o'clock. I lost track of time. So, bam. Saved. This is what I made so far, guys. I really like the idea of patrolling NPCs. It's pretty damn cool. Yeah, but that way, when you get an unopposed mission, you're still shooting at something. You know, the missions will still be happening, and there's one of these buildings is going to be like a betting building where you can spectate active missions going on, and bet on which faction is going to win that mission. I think that'd be really cool too. But these are ideas. I need to get a whiteboard like right here so I can write these ideas down. Because like the more I've been working and the more I've been thinking about how I want like the APP I want to play, right? Um, like the more interesting the ideas I keep coming up with that I might want to look into in the future when I learn how to do like more in-depth blueprint systems and stuff like that. Because I don't even know how to mess with blueprints yet. But yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna go, guys.